up, everyone? This is Nate, and I am back with another Out of the Theater review. Now, I did get to... My next review planned was going to be Asteroid City, but I ended up walking out of that movie. I did not like it, so I didn't want to review it. But I did attend today's Regal Mystery Movie Monday show, and I thought it was going to be Insidious 5. The way they've been doing it, I predicted it, and I was totally wrong. It ended up being a movie that comes out on July 14th called Theater Camp. Now, I just saw the trailer for this movie before Asteroid City. I had never heard of this film. I had no idea what it was until that trailer. I thought the trailer was funny. You know, I got some chuckles out of me. So I was like, okay, great. Let's see how this is. Let's see how this goes. And I gotta say, this movie was really funny. It was really, really funny. I enjoyed it. So basically the premise is this: theater camp, exactly what it sounds like. A bunch of kids who go more like upstate New York, and they basically go to this summer camp where they learn theater, they do plays, they do musicals, all that kind of stuff. And you meet this eccentric group of like teachers and camp counselors. You know, one of them's in charge of dance, and one of them in charge of costumes, and one of them's in charge of music and acting, and so on and so forth. And they're all kind of weird and very, very eccentric. And basically, the plot revolves around a documentary. It's done in a documentary style, and the movie is presented as a documentary about the leader of this camp who ends up going into a coma. So her son takes over, and it kind of follows him trying to keep this camp, you know, above water. That's pretty much what it is. But man, so funny. Molly Gordon in this, she was like co-writer, co-director, came up with the story. It was based on a short film apparently that she did, and she stars in it. She's hilarious. I've liked her in everything she's in. She usually plays like a side character, like a friend of one of the main characters, and I think she's funny every single time. So this is no different. She is the music teacher. She's the one who's like in charge of music, and she's super funny in the role. I thought the kids were great. Like, the kids are really good in this movie. They got really talented, you know, singing and dancing. Like, the kind of kids that probably would actually go to this camp star in this movie. So, I think they nailed it there. You know, the guy who plays Troy, I forget his name, but he is so funny. He basically is like an influencer type guy who does, you know, like social media and tries to have all these business ideas and stuff. And you could tell he's not really that good at it, but he's got a good spirit and a good energy about him. I thought he was hilarious. I got a lot of really good laughs. This, as far as comedy goes, this is probably the funniest movie I've seen this year. It was definitely better than Asteroid City. I found it to be much funnier than No Hard Feelings. I thought the story was good. I love a good summer camp movie. You know, especially as a kid, like, I love movies like Camp Nowhere and Heavyweights. And while this is not that kind of movie, I still love that summer camp aesthetic. And I never went to summer camp as a kid, so maybe that's why I like to watch it in films, because I was like always like, man, I wish I could go to a summer camp, but I never did. So I always like to watch movies that are set there. And this is a really good one. Honestly, like, I was really surprised at how funny it was. As far as the negatives, I mean, I don't have much. I think one of the characters is a little bit annoying. Like, his whole arc, I didn't love. I thought it was a little, like, he's kind of a jerk throughout the movie, and then of course they have that moment at the end where he's like, he's not that bad, whatever. But I just wasn't really feeling him for the most part. I mean, he was funny, don't get me wrong. He did make me laugh, but other than that, I don't really have too many negatives. The pacing was good. It's only an hour and 40 minutes. It moves quick. It's funny. It has the whole last 10 to 15 minutes is like an actual stage play that they put on, and they show you the whole thing. And that was really fun to actually see, like, the musical that they're working on throughout the movie. Because a lot of times you get these movies where they're working on something, and then you just get like a little snippet of it at the end. Whereas here, they're working on this play, and then they show you the whole thing. So I thought that was a lot of fun, very creative and inventive. And again, the most important thing for me with a comedy is be funny. And this movie is funny. I found it to be very hilarious. I laughed a lot. The theater I was with, it was pretty full. They laughed a lot of laughs. They clapped at the end. So it was received pretty well. I don't think it's going to be a big movie. It is Fox Searchlight. So, you know, it's a kind of a smaller, almost indie feeling movie. And it opens July 14th against Mission Impossible or something. So it probably won't make much money. But I do recommend watching it. If you don't go to a theater to see it, definitely watch it at home. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's really funny. I don't go higher because, it is what it is. It's a smaller scale movie. But 8 out of 10. Very hilarious. So again, July 14th. Make sure you check this movie out. Of course, give the video a like down below. Please leave a comment. Are you interested in seeing Theater Camp? Is it something that was on your radar before? Let me know in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell icon. That way you get notified every time we drop new videos. I will be back with another Out of the Theater review this week for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Until then, take it easy.